Mags or the Overlord, I think they're gonna play really fast. And in some ways, Luna, he offers you way more objective damage than the Gyro ever can, really. So
true. Yeah. And I get, Gyro, you always think about whenever it comes to the TA matchup, like, yeah, he will break refraction charges. The Rocket Barrage is definitely very good for that. But technically, the Moonglaves also are just a little bit better because they'll hit from range as well. This TA, your refraction would still eat up a ton of good right clicks, whereas the Luna is just belting pretty much the same stuff up all the time. So it's marginally better. I think the only reason I'm not like super sold on it is because it's like just slightly better than maybe picking up pause 5 that like really dumps the game. So I know it's weird, 24 pick pause 5, but position 5s are people too. Okay, they deserve a last pick every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna come down to the fact, or like the question rather. What can you get? AVULUS, they read the draft correctly. Obviously, they banned the Jakiro, which was probably gonna be the top one there, and in the end, it doesn't seem like KJ found the ultimate answer to the question, so they just go for the Luna. The downside of Luna compared to Gyro is that he's a way easier target in some ways for the Slaughter to just run over, right? Also, same story with the Centaur. I feel like Centaur is way happier playing into Luna compared to a Gyro +1, so there is some potential for Luna to get run over in the early game, especially considering the fact that you have a Beast and a Darkseer, which are not your typical like TP rotation, turnaround heroes.
And just oh yeah, dude. the lights. I was actually talking to Astinian about that. I know he was talking on the All Chat podcast as well, but like how strong lights sometimes can be, and like you think you're just sitting down and like playing some games, cool Dota, but like sometimes the production it wears its own toll on you. I know you've been bumping up the lights in your production as well. It feels more than just sitting and casually playing like 3 pubs. There's a lot more going on.
Yeah, I mean, gamers, they're not they love to stay up late at night, right? And playing in the dark. I'm guilty of that as well, so I can relate. But, we have to do the part you sign up to do. Look pretty for the cameras.
Persevere.
Yes.
Through the productions. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see how this one works out for the heroic lanes, because also it is Darkseer plus melee, and maybe one of the best melee pause 4s that there are in the game right now. And that's always recipe for success when it comes to the Darkseer. It seems like maybe you're creating some illusions for a good Echo Slam for Desire, though. Does that come into play?
That is true for sure. I mean,
I feel like he's allowed to counter-initiate in this one, like, super hard, right?
Yeah, for sure. The Night Stalker will be a bit of a challenge for him to deal with, though.
Ah, that's fair.
But in the end, I think Desire, he knows what's up. Oh, another pause.
We almost had him. And right now, these teams, okay, they're fixing sound. This team has so much initiation overall on AVULUS. I mean, even like with an Earthshaker, a Centaur, and a Slardar. I mean, just pressing Stampede gets you way into the fight for all these heroes that need to close the gap. On the other side, you're looking at Surge. You can get one of them in, sure. But it feels like even just a few of these early Stampedes should be enough to give AVULUS like this, miniature team fight advantage, just being able to choose their spots.
Yeah, for sure. I think, if we're gonna write a story for this game, I would say for AVULUS, it's going to be explosive, trying to play fast, don't let Heroic get the farm that they need, and then, keep on snowballing, make it really hard to play the map, make it hard for anybody to show in the waves. Whereas for Heroic, if you can, somehow extend the game for a little bit, make sure you get some stacks going. Once you hit your timings, especially, I think the key item for the Darkseer is going to be a Crimson Guard. If it gets to that, I think at some point, the downside for AVULUS is going to be that in the damage department, right? They have all of these initiators, but you are running like a double blink melee mid laner plus up laner and the 4 as well. So it's like it's a bit lacking in the damage / scaling department. Not saying it can't work. It's just they're gonna have to pull it off in early game fashion.
Oh yeah, early game is really important. I mean, Lord, you have a Luna, a Darkseer, and a Beastmaster, and if that's not greedy enough, you have a Night Stalker 4 and a Gyro 5. I don't know if it gets more greedy than this.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Heroic, they look really scary if they get online, right? The question is just, for me, it's going to come down to Desire and Mobe, right? The new guys. What are they going to be able to do in this game?
Yeah, it's going to be very important for them. Oh no, the smoke instantly broke into the
shit.
bay. Damn.
1k HP Centaur.
He do be thick. For
30 seconds to battle.
just being level 1. That's a lot of health.
That is.
So it looks like we will finally be getting on the way to the runes, guys. It is game 1 of Heroic versus AVULUS here in Group B. Both teams looking for a strong start and have the Luna carry coming out here for Yuma. I know he loves this hero. I'm surprised he's still willing to trust this hero. But hey, we're both coping. We're saying it could be good here. Zibe in danger here.
Slaughter.
Oh, and Zibe, yeah, he's just able to stun and get away.
Probably wouldn't have been enough anyway, but this is going to be annoying if they actually get to cut him off here.
I don't think so.
Nah, taking the safe route, of course. Matthew gonna TP top, and then yeah, I'm really curious about this mid lane actually. Analog versus Mobe, Slaughter versus Beast. I mean, I would say that the Slaughter will be strong against the Beast for a long time here,
Right?
but
Melee versus melee?
yeah, it should be.
How do the boars change that? Is it actually that bad? I mean, man, even as a range hero, boars feel like the worst thing in the world. So as a melee hero, lord.
Yeah, but with that said, you know, you did mention the Slaughter health regen in the river and stuff, right? And also you got the armor as well, which I feel like he's gonna be just fine. The main thing is gonna be the slows are gonna be super annoying later on.
True.
And it's not a hero that loves to get kited.
I feel like you just like trade the farm out then, right? Because the Slaughter's not going to be able to kill you, but you're not going to be able to stop him from clearing all the creeps.
Yeah.
Oh, the good connection on the wave here. Oh wait, no, they only take. Okay, no, it's coming back. And Whisper, he's going to eventually just like scale super hard in this lane, and this is going to be another hero actually on Matthew that could end up trying to get some rotating done and help out his team, because I think eventually Slaughter with double ion shelling the wave, I don't know if you're going to be able to deal with that.
Yeah. Definitely annoying for them to deal with. Oh, huge wave coming out here for AVULUS on bottom. Yuma's tanking so many picks right now.
A big dragon. I mean, that is an Agi hero, so she does have some armor, but not really that much just yet. Yeah, pulling it all the way back. Really well done here, making sure that it's just going all the way back to the wave.
Yeah, super well done by KJ and Juma. I mean, in some sense, you see the power of the gyro into the Centaur there, right? He's able to bully him out basically all on himself, which is not something that most +5s would be able to do, apart from like maybe an Undying or something.
Right, yeah. This is looking really good. Even though Yuma is down on the bottom of the CS, this is getting all the XP for himself with almost a double wave behind his tower. I mean, Yuma is going to feel very big after this.
Yeah, this is... Oh, shit, they got to kill him.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, so the Ion Shell is double melee. It's one hell of a drug up here.
Even before level 3 as well. It's a bit surprising, I want to say, even. So... Yeah, really good start for Heroic.
They're doing really well. You gotta love what they have going in their laning stage. It should, I think it only scales up better for them, especially in the off lane here. I think these mid and bot, those are going to be the big question marks. But Mobe, he won't give anything easily away.
For sure. KJ still bullying them. You know, double melee can't do much against his gyro. They're not really gonna be able to kill him at any point in his lane. He's like pretty tanky hero as well on the gyro +5.
Especially after 3 minutes. I mean, he's gonna have some raindrops coming out.
And
it is
a bit of a pickle.
This could be it. Hanskin said it's impossible to kill this guy. Did he curse? He did.
Damn, what a timing. But hey,
What
man,
can you do?
I said in the pregame that Desire sees angles that we don't, and there's one of them.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Yuma's still trying his best, and he's actually pushing back Zibe pretty well. But at the end of the day, I mean, you got to be careful. Anytime that you're up against the Shaker, you find yourself under a tier 1 tower, you bet that fish is coming.
Mobe doing really well in the mid lane so far. It's hitting 10 CS up against Analog Beastmaster, which is...
Yeah.
I guess it's not
I mean,
crazy surprising, but definitely solid. I mean,
it's a little surprising. I think like that gap is so wild. I mean, even though you're not able to really kill with the boards, you'd be surprised. Like, I think you'd be able to at least out CS with them.
Yeah, I mean, what I do want to see is that at some point Desire is probably gonna look to rotate over, right? And then
yeah,
that. Ooh.
Oh, TA. should be able to die here. A little bit more damage with the gyro rotation in. They'll get it. Fissure to keep Matthew in here. They'll get another, but Whisper, honestly, feels like if you keep chasing him, could get turned on. So let us stomp onto the tower. It is a carry just for a pause 4.
And good TP rotation as well from the Sire, of course. Really well done. I do want to talk about the Darkseer build here. I think skipping the Vanguard going straight for Arcanes, that could be a bit of a mistake. We'll see, because I think, you know, what they did here with KJ, rotating up top lane, right? That's what they really want to do in this game. You know, go on the TA constantly, utilize the fact that you have a Darkseer, being able to push in the wave, and then swarm the TA like this. And going for the Arcanes, I'm not sure if that's going to be the right move, but hey, who am I to judge Whisper, right?
Yeah, it depends on how far you ramp, right? If you ever die with the Arcanes, it might not be worth it. If you live and get all your farm with the Arcanes, it's worth it.
I guess the upside is you're going to be able to keep feeding mana to these supports, right? Which are, you know,
Yes.
they're very mana intensive, so that's definitely huge.
Absolutely.
Oh, Yuma coming over as well, -5.
Holy moly, but the ward caught him. So Smiling Knight knows this is coming, and it looks like should just be getting Seneko here. But
vacuum.
oh, the vacuum in. Maybe they can actually get Smiling Knight as well. They'll take the first kill. Rocket connecting. Desire trying to just kind of keep on chasing KJ. It looks like Smiling Knight will be okay. So Luna
is he
came
in
over,
trouble?
and yeah, he might
No
be.
way, right?
This would be a disaster if he gets none of the, I mean, he didn't even get the kill and he dies there. I mean, that would be disastrous, but it looks like he'll just be able to portal back.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge rotation from Heroics, all right? 4 heroes to just get a Tinker.
Yeah.
And not really any substantial damage on the tower either. And look at bottom, Seabase getting almost half the tower on his own. And that's, you know, that's a lot of free CS for Centaur here on Sibbe.
I mean, you're level 6, quite important. Of course, going in for the Vanguard as well. This is another hero that's just kind of like becomes a lane sitter if you let him. If you let him get this much net worth, damn near unkillable. Thankfully, there is a lot of magic damage on Heroic, so I think even with the Vanguard, you have a hope. But Luna, you're gonna need what, +1, +2 if you really want to get the job done.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Beast doesn't really want to rotate over there, even less so the Darkseer. I mean, this could be trouble.
Okay, is this the rotation? He constantly gets move speed thanks to his Rocket Barrage. The Rocket connects as well. Yuma coming over. They'll try to get him the last hit, but KJ is the one to kill him. Once again, we say he might not get killed, and then he dies shortly afterwards.
Damn, we gotta stop. We gotta stop screwing them over like this.
Good lord, I can't believe it. I mean, it seems like it's just maybe a little bit too greedy on these heroes sometimes. First it was the Gyro, now it's the Centaur. I think they are strong heroes, just maybe extending too far.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea of playing greedy like that when you know the KJ has rotated to the top lane, right? But
yeah,
he's been gone for like how long? A minute now? That's definitely a bit far up on the greed chart.
Oh yeah, greed is through the roof, and right now that actually really set back the Centaur in terms of the net worth for everybody else. Now Yuma is going to be able to get most of this hard camp, and they keep on pressuring Zibba here. They know that there's nobody here to help, so it's just a 2v1 with a lot of magic damage again. Like, he hates that on the Centaur.
Yeah, for sure. He's still gonna get his Vanguard in a fairly decent manner, but you know, he would have had it a minute earlier basically if he didn't die.
Yeah. Now Seneko's going to come over, him and his wand. Literal mage coming down to come and help out.
Not the best timing, unfortunately.
Radiant's top tower is under
The wave has just gone down for Yuma there, and now it's gonna turn into a rune scenario instead.
I mean, he's much better at holding, right? Not necessarily like contesting objectives.
Oh,
Now, this could be a kill. There is a lot of damage here, but they turn around with the roar, and they have the eclipse. Get one, trying to walk up here. Now they see the stacks. Now they see Desire, and they desire a kill. They get
the
it.
stack
Now
as well.
looking at the stacks, this could be disastrous for AVULUS if they don't come in here and contest this.
Ah, damn, that's so huge. Yuma is so proactive as a carry, you know, like he's been in the top lane already, he's been in the mid lane. As soon as he gets his sticks, he's looking for a scenario where he can use it, and you gotta appreciate it, right? It didn't look great in the top move earlier, but now he's sitting at top net worth. He's had so much impact already, and
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
yeah, this is
A lot for him, a lot of gold, a lot of impact, a lot of map space, and that was kind of the Centaur get back, right? Now, after dying twice, and then even after like not getting any able to cut waves, he's so far down on the net worth. That was his way back.
for sure. And the question is now, like, we wanted to see mobile-based snowball this game, right? This has been the minute 5 to 10 daytime now, where you don't have the Night Stalker,
Oh yeah.
the power, and so far we haven't really seen any moves from AVULUS aside from, you know, a Fisher kill here and there. The question is going to be like, how do you activate here? Mobe's going to try to move down bottom here with a smoke on the Sire as well. But can they find Yuma here?
I mean, Shaker is a hero that doesn't need its ult to be valuable. It sure helps, though. They're going to see the Luna here. They have plenty of stuns. They're in the river. Yuma shouldn't get away from this one. And it looks like, do they get this one to Mobe? They do. It's a really nice kill found behind the tower. They'll get Smiling Knight here as well to get themselves a safe lane. This is a beautiful start here for AVULUS in terms of getting back into the game.
That's really solid. Just as we say that they need to get something done, they get the best kill they can, really, and they transition into tower as well. Good rotation from Smiling Knight as well, making sure that the tower goes down smooth and easy, basically. And now Analog is pressuring mid. Mobe wants to go for the rune, but yeah, he's gonna smartly TP away.
Oh, nice stun. Yeah, I mean, Matthew was about to find him here. Yeah. Looks like he was actually just TPing top to find the rune. But, you know, Analog wins the 50-50. Now they find the Shaker here. Now, he is kind of dancing through the trees. This is a pause for Night Stalker, so not quite as potent as the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way they're going to kill him, right? So he can afford to play pretty much as aggressively as he would like. Right now he's trying to get his 6 bottom while Heroic tries to pressure the mid lane with the rest of the team.
Now this is where I'd say that AVULUS is strong, right? I mean, you have the Tinker, you have the Centaur. This is not an easy tower to push, but man, Analog is getting the job done.
Yeah, forcing a lot of defensive reactions there for AVULUS, you know, bringing your Centaur over even, and, you know, everybody else apart from the TA. So yeah, good pressure there. That's a lot of space for Matthew sitting down bottom, getting his 6, and now Heroic can look to do another move.
Space for the 4th core that we have here on Heroic. Everybody needs some space. When is it your turn to make space on the map?
Right.
And so far, like, they have the sacks as well. Thank you, Scarif. It's just, there's so much farm available. I mean, hell, Yuma already got stacks from the Dire. He doesn't really need to find his own anymore. Those stacks probably could go back to the Beastmaster to help complete that Ags. They could go to the Darkseer to help him get his next item. It doesn't even have to go to this Luna anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they have so many heroes that has farm to the right. As we Desire here in a bit of trouble. Used to Fisher as well.
Yeah, use Fisher, but can Matthew keep him locked up? Looks like they will get the silence, and there it is. No. They use both their stuns to start. A bit of a mistake there from Heroic, but Desire, good heads up, TP away.
Yeah, how many times have you seen that? Especially with Night Stalker, it just always happens, right?
Yep. I'm ashamed to usually be on the side that is casting all my stuns before the TP, though. I'm never the cool guy that gets the TP after all the stuns.
Mobe
looks
regen.
Like another. Ooh, that's a big pickup there.
That's
already
nice.
The AM to regen in the water. Then he can pop a regen for some extra help.
Yeah, that's scary. And he's got a Tinker to back him up as well with some extra healing and stuff. So
looks like they are taking the Siren now. Usually TA is pretty good at setting down traps and even defending the safe lane tower. Not many teams want to do that anymore. Usually just give this up, but hey, Tinker will try. Maybe get some CS here and then run back to the team.
Yeah, especially you didn't have the glyph, seeing as you defended mid earlier, so then it's just not worth the risk. Basically, you have to rotate so many arrows over to such a
just an awful place.
Yeah,
it's almost. I feel like every time you defend a safe lane tower, even if you do it right, you just sit there like, now what? We have all our heroes up here. We're not taking their tower. What the hell are we gonna do?
Mobe's coming over though. Wants to use his dagger that he just picked up.
Oh, Matthew. Oh no, he didn't expect it. It was a jump in and the laser. Do they have the damage? They do. A beautiful fissure block actually from Desire on that flying Night Stalker. So that's ulti down, and maybe AVULUS are able to make a move on the map after this one.
Yeah, no Ennis ulti now, so I mean, pretty good or fairly decent, blink reveal from Mobe, but you definitely want more here if you're AVULUS, I want to say. Like, you want to get this mid tower out because Analog, he's just about to pick up his Ags, and then that changes the game so much, I feel like. Also, the Halberd finish for Whisper. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming out for Heroic soon here. So I think the next Tormy fight is going to determine a lot here, especially the tier 1 mid as well, whoever gets that one first.
True, and they're going on KJ now. A lot of minus armor, get the fissure block as well, but looks like they're just going to roar up the Tinker actually in the midst of the call down. They even dropped a wall. I mean, they really wanted that Tinker kill.
They did, and now they're ready to go. They got their Halberd and the Ags on the Beast. They don't really care that they don't have a Roar or the Ennis ult. They're still gonna go for this tier 1, I feel like. They're
I
so
guess
strong
that's
right
the
now.
bonus of just having so many ultis. You can just drop most of them and still have some left in the tank.
Okay, Sibby's coming hard. They actually want to defend here.
Yeah, don't want to give this up too early. Even though there are wisdoms on the
Mobe's
map
going.
and there's going to be a Tormentor coming up soon, they want to fight this.
I thought I was going to go there.
Do they have a Blink Dagger?
Yeah, Mobe has blinked.
Blink has the stone as
Sire's
well.
about 1,000 away.
They could use a pretty good fight to get themselves just those extra items. It feels like the items though that we're seeing coming through from Heroic matter a little bit more than what we see from AVULUS. I mean, from AVULUS, it's just necessary for their heroes to fight. But on the other side, of course, you know, that Aghanim Scepter is so good already from this Beastmaster. Darkseer being more of a tank for his team to be better off his cooldowns. He's already got the Halberd. I mean, they feel like they're ready to go. Should this be like run right to Tormentor? Because AVULUS are going.
Yeah, they are. I feel like Heroic don't necessarily want to give this up, but they might be too late. You know, so much minus armor.
You got to be there. If you feel like you can contest the Tormentor, you got to be there at 15.
You would have to be there already. Oh, that's a shard for Shaker as well. Definitely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And they go for the smoke as well. Not in time. I mean, like you say, they would basically have to be camped over there to be able to stop it. It just dies way too fast.
Yeah. So now, I mean, this is like somehow fights can turn the right way like this. You get yourself a shard on a support. Now we look at the Earthshaker's net worth. We're like, he is so farmed, man. This guy, it's like he's been getting gold all game. And the dagger's coming soon. I mean, Desire's going to feel like a menace on the map. Roshan will probably be the next one. And you're looking at a slaughtered RTA lineup. It's hard to contest Roche, too.
It is. But I want to go back to the items, like you mentioned right before the Torme happened. So for AVULUS side, they got this dagger on the Slardar, right? Which is like you said, he needs it to fight basically. But that is the key for me. Like he kind of, for the item to be useful in some way, either it has to make, you know, Heroic significantly more scared on the map, so that you know, but in that sense they're outfarming them, or you simply have to get kills, right? Otherwise, this dagger doesn't really add any benefit at all to them, right? Whereas for Heroic side, you got this Axe Beast. It helps you farm, it helps you fight. You can basically do as you please. So in the end, this Torme going down, if it matters, that's gonna come down to the fact, are they able to make any moves happen based on this, right? If they can't do that, then you know, you just delay the game if you're Heroic. And I think you should be very confident in your late game here if you're them.
Yeah, I mean, they do have an amp damage rune coming out here from Mobe. This will be his chance to maybe get some gold. He should be. I mean, KJ, step up, tank the gangster, but I don't think they want him. They want to get the backline. They want to get Yuma here. Stunned up, instantly taken down. Smiling Knight, the one to pick that one up for him. So really well done to get that on your TA. And they get themselves almost a 3,000 net worth lead out of that one.
Yeah, that is really big. That's going to be your Deso finish as well for Smiling Knight. So we could be thinking about a very early Roshan here.
Now the Tormentor's turning everything around. Maybe Heroic, I feel your items are pretty good. Maybe that was just too far to farm on the map. And like once it comes to defending objectives, they're still very strong. They don't have to sit back.
Yeah, for sure. And Desire just picks up his blink now as well with the Deso TA. They're looking scary, man. I think
timing.
We're gonna see a move happen soon. I don't think you want to wait for this pipe on Sibbe right now.
I don't think it matters as much as having a fresh blink and Deso on your team. You gotta go.
Right. And this build is very interesting on the Centaur as well, right? No dagger at all, which this is. I don't think I've seen this in a long time, right? I mean, I can kind of
get it with your Stampede, but do you really want to wait for Stampede every time you need initiation?
I mean, I guess you kind of feel the slot of like the Dusa we've been seeing, right? You just sit in front and you're so obnoxious you can't really go on him. Yeah. So in that sense, I think it could be good, but it does not offer him. Doesn't really offer him, you know, the offensive capabilities at all, right?
Yeah, I guess it helps because then your Earthshaker is able to commit to just being counter initiation. Your Slardar can maybe look on the back line for these jumps that he needs to try to get some kills. And there's the roar instantly on this Shaker. Can't blink away from that one. And KJ, are they going to try to take this one into the Roche pit?
I feel like they should, right? 25 seconds is definitely enough.
Should be. I think most lineups are able to take it in 30 seconds. You got yourself a Beastmaster with Ags. Yeah, that definitely drops down to 25-20. It should be theirs, but they're TPing in.
Up.
They're trying.
Be fast, though.
You gotta be super fast. Mobe,
can
he get it? Oh, he was He was eyeing it up. I thought he could have gotten it.
Yeah, that's a bit disheartening if you're AVULUS, right? Things were looking so good, and then they just decide to split up and not. They weren't decisive at all, and then Heroic makes the best of the opportunity, and they just go for it. Yuma might be in trouble though.
He could. I mean, he does not have the Aegis. This is still a killable hero. Meld Strike connecting. You don't have the protection. They'll lose the Luna. And Moby's looking for more. He will finally get hit by the rocket. Looks like he might have to stay, but I mean, you're already at a deficit with this Aegis, and you could lose a tower.
You could, yeah. This TA can definitely push fast. Looks like they're not too urgent with it so far though. Smile Knight just moving backwards.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
circle the whole top of the map. It was like, I'm coming over here.
Yeah, they're gonna make the call in the end to finish the pipe, which is definitely understandable, right? You gave away the Aegis, so I think you're gonna have another opportunity once you pick up the pipe. But I mean, it's weird, right? So we're seeing them building a goal lead as we speak, but I still feel in some sense that the onus is on AVULUS to make something happen.
Yeah, no, I can feel that mostly again because of the scaling potential, right? I feel like all these heroes scale so well on Heroic, especially this Luna that we have yet to really feel the impact of. I feel like we saw the top farming in the river just a little bit too aggressive. Now this farm has been pushed way back, and you just need to give her a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, in the end.
Oh,
nice try.
Oh no, he dropped the. Oh,
That was
that's
good try.
rough.
That was really close though.
Yeah, I mean
the
the vacuum. You got to throw the vacuum. The wall, you might not have had to throw the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to Yuma, I mean, AVULUS had 3 key pickoffs in this game, and all 3 of them has been on Yuma, so it's not surprising that it's fallen off, which can be a bit of a warning sign.
And now it looks like Whisper. I mean, he's not trapped in, but I don't think it matters. They get themselves another kill. Smiling Knight to pick it up. Matthew looking. I don't know if you want to look. I think you want to run away.
I wouldn't think so, right? I mean, oh, KG in trouble as well.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
I mean, they get the roar this time.
Heroic.
They want the smoke. They want it badly. They get a nice call down, but it's only one hit. Mobe, he will die, and they don't trade away anyone. Now they've kind of locked up Zibe. It's a nice eclipse coming in. Yuma, you know he wants a piece of this pie. He needs to get some of this gold, but it's all over the march. They're healing up very well. Now he's running out of mana. Do they want to try on Zibe? No. It looks like they've taken too much damage to the march already. They'll have to back out.
Yeah, actually not so bad for Heroic in the end there. Maybe a bit of an overstep from Mobe there, but yeah. Actually, you know, turning the tides a little bit for Heroic. They're in the end though, they have the Aegis. They want to get some more things going here, right? The tempo or like the flow of their team hasn't been the best.
I mean, you see all these circles, especially a Night Stalker with the Crippling Fear. You'd think that it would be more kills, but it is kind of the pause for Night Stalker, right? It feels intimidating, and it really do be, but it's not pumping out the damage yet.
Yeah, you would have to ask yourself though, what would that fight look like if Soneko was present in the end? Slaughter can stay alive for way longer, and you know, without Darkseer, I think they could have probably pulled it off in a much better fashion. But in the end, heads up for Heroic, right? So, oh no, Analog is in trouble. Oh no.
Oh,
they get the block.
He's still.
Can he get through? No.
No.
He has an Aegis still though.
That's true. And it's next to tier 2. This is fightable. They're under a beautiful ward that I genuinely did not know existed. But all these March machines, they're keeping them away.
I can appreciate what AVULUS is trying to do here. They're always trying to, you know, keep Heroic on their toes, basically. And I think it's definitely working out. But the downside of this is that Yuma is getting a lot of space now to recover. So I can appreciate what AVULUS are trying to do. They're trying to put some tempo. Eventually, they're going to get this tier 1 mid, of course, which is going to help a lot. Being able to cross map and, you know, perform smokes way better, smoother later on in the game. But you can see that they feel the urgency as well. They need to get something done, especially before these PKVs get picked up by Heroic. That's going to be a game changer.
Well, hopefully a game. Right now, we need the game to change. 5,000 net worth lead for AVULUS. I mean, if it keeps up at this pace, even though they have the net worth lead, I mean, we like the scaling, but I feel like TA 15K, she can definitely run this map.
Yeah, she can. I mean, once you start getting the tier 1s and the tier 2s down, getting the traps out everywhere, that's where like all your blink initiators, you know, Deso combos are gonna be really potent. So
it's all fun and games until everybody instant transmissions on top of you. It's a Dragon Ball episode, and you are the victim.
I wouldn't want to be that guy.
No, nobody does. There's a Centaur, a Slardar, and a TA. You got no movement. You got no armor. You are just sad.
Smiling Knight finishing the pike now and gonna go for the Daedalus after. So speaking about damage, this guy has a lot.
Lord. Every
Skipping
item
the
feels so
BKB
impactful.
Entirely. I mean, I can see why, right? There's not that much to be worried about. And even if you have the BKB, there's still the roar and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like with the Hurricane Pike, maybe he's feeling like he's safe enough, right? You just need to create space from the silence or maybe the Dark Seer stuff. But as long as you get away, as you said, maybe S and Y would even be much more valuable than BKB. Even Lincoln's?
Yeah, I would say the Lincoln sounds pretty good to me. But we'll see. It's not the typical hero TA item, but I wouldn't be against it in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you're relying a lot on the Tinker to kind of keep yourself alive, as he's probably the only one that's going to be building a lot of defensive items. I think the rest of your team really wants to hit.
Another Tormentor here coming out.
Yeah. Once again, I mean, right on it, pretty much as it spawned. Meld plus the Corrosive Haze. I mean, Tormentor's health disappears whenever you strip all that armor off.
And once again, we're going to see Heroic do the counter smoke after the fact that Tormy happens. So looks like AVULUS are on it, though. They're still sticking together. Which is, they see nobody's really showing on the map. So it's going to come down to who gets initiated.
Oh, well, somebody's going in. Matthew, he's the first one to see them. But they can't
That's
get the
your BKB
stuns,
for
and that's
Analog
a
as well.
BKB.
Yeah,
That is important. Oh, big on the stun already. They'll get the roar on the Slardar, but they have the follow-up. They're sitting on top of the Luna, actually. She has the Manta out. And I don't know, she's trying to hold her ground, but she's stuck over a fissure. She wants to step in on this one, but look at how well these March of the Machines, they're keeping everybody away from Heroic.
Yeah, I mean, super well done by AVULUS right there. I mean, CB, first of all, he gets a blink out. Analog a bit trigger happy on the BKB perhaps, and then after the fact, you just see the Centaur and Slaughter charging in. Of course, Moby has his brand new BKB in this fight, and then they basically end up tanking everything, right? They're tanking the wall, they're tanking the Eclipse, and then that's a free fight for Soneko and Smile Knights to do their thing in the back line. And still, we haven't seen Desire cast an Echo in this game, and it's gotta feel so, you gotta have that in the back of your mind at any time in the fights if you're Heroic. So you can understand the respect they're showing in these fights. They're so scared to commit after their Roar blink initiation fails.
Yeah, and on the other side, right, like, it feels AVULUS have a better chance to, like, disengage from that. They have more peel. If they make a mistake, then it's like, press Stampede, get us out, Like, they don't have to lock in like that. Heroic, as soon as you're in, and you only have Surge. You're only getting one person out of there, really, so it's hard to disengage as a group.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder, though. Oh, Analog in trouble here. BKB in 2 seconds.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I mean, does he want to turn this one? It looks like they have the Eclipse, but look at the barriers on Mobay. They even echo the Luna, or the Echo Analog.
No BKB
now
as
they're
well.
on Luna too. Matthew's trying to disengage with them, give him the silence, give them his body instead. He's into the trees and fine for now, but now it's the second engagement. This time on to Whisper. He's got a Lotus Orb, but I don't know if that can protect him as much. A beautiful vacuum. They've got to get on top of him. Desire wasn't actually able to get the stun, and
nice
with the
shot.
shard, Mobay has found himself. This isn't where you parked your car, but I think it's going to be fine for now. Still missing 2 and a nice Manta dodge on the Meld. Zibe's still trying to keep this Luna in, though. They really want to disengage out of this one, but the base doesn't seem that threatening right now for AVULUS.
Oh, Whisper?
Oh, I think this could be it for him. My God.
God damn, man. The crit as well. This is what you gotta appreciate for AVULUS, right? They're so decisive when they actually do something. I mean, I have to credit their team play on this one. Like, so decisive. Going on the Analog initially in that engagement, he just about to get his BKB off, but they just throw everything in there. They echo the Centaur, everything.
Yeah.
And then they know that they can keep going. There's no beast. And you can see that they're playing so well together. They understand their communication is crisp, and just simply making this call, going for this play. I mean, they're firing on all cylinders right now.
It's going really well for them. I mean, everything they want to get. It feels like nothing is out of reach, especially when you're going into a base under the tier 4s to kill a Luna.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell here around this tier 3 engagement here. You can tell Heroic, they're really, like, can they really do this? You know, Whisper's going back in, but
Yeah.
AVULUS, they don't give a fuck.
Right? You never want to give it up. As soon as somebody crosses your tier 3, especially with a tier 2 down, you're like, this is illegal. You're not allowed to do this. You want to do everything you can to fight it, but I think that's something that this, 3 melee Blink initiators is going to do for AVULUS is that you're always so tanky. If you're missing any damage items on Heroic, it feels really hard to take these fights. And unfortunately, Luna has to be a lot of that damage. I'm just not feeling it yet.
Yeah, and at the same time, we did talk about the fact that, lockdown / initiation is limited for Rogue. I feel like if you don't get the roar, if you don't get a kill with the roar, basically, then what? Like, how are you gonna control them? You see them, with the Night Stalker ulti, but then what does it mean if you see them if you can't actually keep them in place and actually kill them? Like, this Tinker is just gonna sit back and cast everything freely, keeping the set
This is a
in
huge
the front line alive.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, they do need to get the right targets, though. I think that ideally they want to get Soneko or Desire. They need to
They're
get
the big
back line.
fishes. Okay. I mean, they could find Soneko here with the vision. They're going to use the Night Stalker
Desire.
first. They find Desire. That is pick number 1. A nice wall. But look at how much Whisper is taking already. A lot of damage from him. They're fighting outside of the wall now. Beautiful kite away from AVULUS. There is no reason to fight in the midst of that wall from Darkseer. Now they're fighting under vision. I mean, Matthew can try to help them out, but again, the Martial Machines, it feels like it's too much.
Yeah, and you can tell as well, AVULUS, they're not ready to give this area up. They know that there's no roar, like we discussed, and they're just holding their ground, even though they don't have a shaker. Obviously, utilizing the Aegis on the T as well. So, really nice. Heroic are grasping for territory here, but they can't really get anything, and it feels so bad if you're Heroic.
Did Matthew just try to snipe the data? That is a beautiful pickup script. If that would have happened, actually, it would have been something. At the end of the day, I mean, this TA is still pumping out so much damage, even without it. There's some big answers to solve here on Heroic. So first off, we're saying Big Fish is probably actually the Tinker now. I mean, you just saw them.
Yeah.
They killed the Desire, but it just feels like the heal is too much no matter what.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, the shaker is a good target as well, right? The problem is still, it comes down to me like, oh, Desire once more.
Okay. Do they get this one? They do. Able to kill in the roar. Now, there is no fortification. That is a Deso TA. That tower's gone.
Yeah, it dies fast. And does Smiling Knight really have to stop here? Like,
He doesn't think so, but let's
No,
hope they
I
finally
mean-
leave.
no roar, right? How are they gonna keep him in place?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see
No.
he's going back in.
He can't. Surely he can't kill Whisper. Surely. Please don't murder him. Okay. They're doing a lot. They're breaking their fraction. They're getting him onto the low ground, but the stomp does connect. Do they want some follow? Yuma forced to pop out the glaives already as a defensive measure. It feels like all of his buttons have to be pressed so prematurely, because if not, he'll just die.
It's 4 versus 5 even. Desire doesn't have his TP ready yet because he died twice in a row. So even 4 versus 5, they're ready to go for these racks, and it shows a lot of game understanding here for AVULUS.
Yeah. And you feel yourself in the situation now. Plenty of TAs have gotten to this point where it's like, look, I know we could back, I know we could get more gold, but I'm telling you, I need objectives now. Objectives sometimes get hard for TA, especially if you have any relocation spells at all. It can get a little dicey when you're going up high ground later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's real nice. I really like what Smiland is doing here. He still has about a minute on his Aegis, and
Still
he's
going.
basically fully slotted right now. Keeping his
Yeah.
treads in the backpack even. So he's not gonna get that much stronger relative to Heroic. So you might as well use it now, even if you don't have Desire with you.
Looks like they actually somehow got a D-Ward now, jumping up immediately. Silence even on KJ. Smiling Knight's looking for this kill, has a bit more damage, and they'll get it. Even with that stun, I don't think they can follow up on this one. So it was a ward for a Gyrocopter. I think even AVULUS will still take that trade.
Yeah, 100%. And the good news for Heroic is that there is no top wave for AVULUS. So if they want to keep this train going, they need to do it through the mid or the bottom lane, which is basically, that's tier 4. So
Yeah.
that's a different beast. I think that's an area where Heroic, they might be able to hold some ground.
Smiling Knight.
Yeah, it is about to expire. Let's see if he keeps going without it.
I mean, this could be rough, but they're trying to get something going before the Aegis is out. Already the Fissure as well, but the Roar connecting as soon as the Aegis goes away here. They want to get locked in on Smiling Knight. The wall, I think it was a little bit late, because on the other side, Mobe is still separating the rest of Heroic from this fight. Now they're turning on the Analog. Now he's gone. Smiling Knight is way too powerful. They even find the Night Stalker. He's gone too. Call it a double for Smiling Knight. And they may crack open the base with this one.
Yeah, damn. I mean, you can tell Heroic, they just don't have any damage, right? They get the Roar and the TA, but who's gonna connect with him? Like, it's not like the Luna can just go in there and, you know, dumpster him, and the Darkster and the Beast, they're never gonna be enough when you have a Tinker back in the TA.
Trying to just clear the wave here. Zebe putting his body on the line, just stepping forward because he knows he can walk into all of these healing robots. And you gotta feel for Yuma. They tried. It looked like it could be a good Luna game, but it feels like there's just a lot missing from this hero right now.
Yeah, I mean, what can they do here, really? I mean, look at Steve, he's just sitting there with the repair bots and tanking everything.
And they're gonna be closer. They're gonna be closer to the base. It's just the repair bots.
Yeah,
they're just going
like
for the base
15
too.
seconds. I'm not sure it's enough time for him to.
You can't wait for him. You have to go now. If you want to take this fight, you gotta get something going. They immediately kill Whisper. BKB from Yuma trying to turn with the Eclipse. Smiling Knight doesn't care. He's just going for the kill, even with the butterfly on Yuma. He barely gets back into the base, but it's only to survive. It's not to win this game.
Simbe tanking everything once again. Yuma is dying.
Oh,
he can't even hit the center.
He's going to the bots. Yeah, the bots are what's taking him out, and GG finally called here.
Yeah.
Beautiful game from AVULUS. Maybe started off a bit shaky, but as soon as the 15-minute Torm came up, it was all AVULUS from there.
Yeah, I mean, really well done. Not gonna lie, like I feel like there wasn't really any crucial mistakes at all from AVULUS sides, right? Yeah. And I feel like they understood their timing super duper well, and they just executed the game plan exactly what they needed to do.
Well, game one, so why not do it again? I'm looking at this like it could be very good for AVULUS once more. The only question is this Slardar damage reliable enough for me to get them a win? Because it does look good within the lineup.
Yeah, it does look good. I mean, there's definitely a lot of damage jam coming out to Heroic and a lot of burst potential here. I think this is more of the style that I kind of wanted them to do. Maybe a bit technical with the Dusa. I mean, admittedly, I haven't seen Whisper played before, but, you know, I feel like it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward.
True.
I can see where this is going, but I like what AVULUS is bringing to the table as well. This TA on Smiling Knight worked so well last game, and I don't see why it wouldn't this time as well. So
right.
I do think this game is going to be way more of a brawl than the last one.
Ooh, we love brawls. I love to see a good fight in lineup. I feel like this Medusa simultaneously feels like it is and isn't a Whisper hero. It is a Whisper hero because it's weird, all right? Medusa doesn't belong in the offlane. That's not where it's supposed to go. But at the same time, I feel like his heroes still deal overwhelming damage or high mobility, and Medusa in the offlane, it really isn't either of those. It's tower pressure. It stands strong for the team and tanks. That's where it doesn't really feel like the Whisper style.
The battle begins.
Nope, he's not in trouble. Okay. Yeah,
he did go stun level 1.
It did. I mean, I agree with you. I wouldn't say it's the Whisper style, right? Typically, when you think about Whisper, you think about Timbersaw, Batrider, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean...
almost as specifically after he... maybe like Weaver and Rubik mixed in there.
Yeah, exactly. Rubik offlane. That's been a while.
It has been, yeah.
I'm curious to see how this matchup goes, because I feel like this TA, he has to be very, you know, happy. He's just going to be chilling against this Dusa, right? I don't see any way that Dusa is actually going to pressure a TA.
You have to have some fantastic Gorgon's grasp, and at the same time, you're going to be losing your mana thanks to the Glaives level 1 for Seneko. This Silencer hero didn't feel like that great of a laner, but now Glaives feel like you just always have mana for them in the lane, and they actually do a good amount of damage level 1.
Yeah, they do for sure. And Silencer is one of those +5 heroes that can sort of pop off in a way. Like he's just so strong at fighting, so strong at laning now. Oh, they're trying to go for the kill on Saber with the Blood Grenade, but can't really go for it. Yumi's taking a lot of damage here.
He is getting so much, but it looks like he'll be fine for now.
Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate for Heroic top lane. They ended up losing the enemy range creep there to the tower, so Equilibrium is not going to be in their favor here.
No. I mean, both offliners actually maybe starting a little bit lower on the CS, but at least the waves will come back and help out. This side though, like look at the Medusa, man. This is, I know the double null is the way to go, but it takes a while, especially when you don't have like a ton of mangoes or mana boots early on the Medusa. It can feel like you're a bit in a pickle for the first few levels of this laning stage.
Yeah.
Oh no, and that's just the worst. You snake and you don't hit any heroes, any range creep. You actually lose out mana on your stake, which is obviously not great.
Yeah. This is yeah. I feel like if you're heroic here, you don't want to play like a slow farming lane. You wanna find pressure with this clock deucer, right?
Yeah.
But the start that they're having, it doesn't seem very likely.
No, I mean, you need level 2 on the clockwork so you can try to get a cogs plus the Gorgon's Grasp. That will work through some of the refraction charges of the TA eventually, but you got to get some levels.
Analog, of course, is having a great start in the mid lane against Mobe, giving him the slaughter treatment this time around instead of, you know, being served.
Yeah, right. I feel like a little bit of stolen strats here, but it's definitely really good. Especially Tiny just doesn't have this armor until later on, so it's constantly going to be pressure in, maybe even worse than playing against, you know, with the Beastmaster in this one.
Yeah, at least for the early levels, for sure. That will be the case.
Yeah.
Once it gets to 6, it's going to help a lot, but until then...
It's a lot of mana to keep yourself safe, though, right? One
Yeah.
Ava toss, and like you're basically at half mana anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a Tiny in the end after all, so he's going to be chilling to some extent, right? He's going to be useful regardless of his farm.
Yeah.
But
And then we get into the weird spot, right? Where your abilities are good, but you don't have a blink dagger. It's a little bit weird getting on top of people.
yeah, true. He does have his darks here to help him out, though, right? It does feel...
yeah, that's true.
It does feel quite different, doesn't it, compared to a Beastmaster
Yeah.
Darkseer? Like, the potential. Having somebody constantly buffing you, keeping you alive, giving you surges, you can go in and out, compared to Beast, who's like very committed when it goes for the expert.
Yeah. So far, I mean, this bottom lane, thankfully, they're still getting some farm. Another rough part about the Medusa. Whenever you're finally able to snake a range creep, it's not actually enough damage just yet. Your level 5, it will, or sorry, your level 3, whenever you get it, level 5 will be enough. But till then, a little bit rough. Oh, missed the flag barrier too. Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah, it's rough. And he can't really ever snake the TA, right? Just refraction. It's like, how
No.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
The second leveling glaives as well for Soneko.
Wow, you don't see that a ton.
Yeah, I mean...
But here.
Okay, I thought we were gonna go for something.
Oh, Matthew, you do not want those hands. Yeah, those are hard.
If it was like a couple of years ago, you would call it like a grief skill build, right? But I feel like nowadays it has some merit. Like it looks pretty strong.
Oh yeah. Right. I mean, it's versus a Dusa. Stealing more int is always going to be good. And here you see, even with the Gorgon's Grasp, even with being down so far in this laning stage, they almost got a kill there on the silencer, but still, Soneko has too much of an advantage for him right now.
And one thing that I want to highlight for Soneko here, which he has been doing really well, is that he makes sure that he never gets isolated, basically, against the clockwork. So he's always constantly sitting next to his CA, sitting next to his creeps. And sometimes that's all you're really gonna do as a +5, you know, when you're playing against these, like, especially like these bounty hunters and clockworks that are really strong inside. So heads up.
It's never really leaving the TA on a cliff, though. Sometimes whenever you have to do that, you have to play the behind the TA. Like, she's the one who really suffers, but she's not. Near 40 CS already. It's working really well for this bot lane.
Yeah. And KJ is trying to go for move here, which...
But it's seen.
It's, yeah, great work by Soneko, but also, even if you don't, it seems like a tall ask, right?
Do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His TA is sitting
how
at,
good that was
he's
gonna
got
be.
the Lotus, full treads, 11 charges, magic one.
Ooh, that's an interesting move here, but Analog, he still wants it. Double TPs into the mid lane. He still gets the crush, still gets the kill. Now, he may die in return, but, I mean, he's going to lose some ints. That's unfortunate, but still worth it to get that solo kill, first blood in the mid lane.
Yeah, it has to be worth it if you're Analog there for sure, right? Really well done in the end, forcing a double TP as well for the supports. You know, definitely not bad getting the counter kill for them, but you gotta feel pretty happy if you're Analog still.
Freeing up these side lanes is going to be really good, especially again for the Dusa. That she's got some levels now. Maybe it'll turn around, but Smiling Knight only gets better with time too. You know, maybe level 5, level 3 in the Snake. This is typically when the Dusa should start to push people out. We'll see if that continues. It could be, or he's gonna turn it around and kill 4 people. Okay.
Wait, Analog is going for the wisdom here.
Oh, he's
Shit.
moving.
You don't have a TP on the silencer for this, so you might. Yeah, you're gonna have to give it up. Moby as well. No,
and this
TP
could be
40
actually
seconds.
2 runes.
Yeah, no, it should be for sure. So actually, even though you don't get the kill here for Analog, this all worked out amazingly for him, right?
Yeah.
Getting the solo kill, eventually getting killed, but then just TPing up top, pushing Sib and Sire away, and then getting the wisdom. It's like couldn't really have worked
better than
out.
getting a kill.
Yeah. That's really heads up, just walking through the tower and getting the wisdom. Damn, didn't see that coming.
Right? Yeah, just like completely bypassed everybody. Gets exactly what he wants. I think the reason that's more important is you look at this Night Stalker, desperately reliant on his ulti. Silencer, desperately reliant on his ulti. Stealing the Wisdom Shrines away is very important against this AVULUS team. And on the other side, now you're going to have an early hook shot, earlier Ice Blast. I mean, this heroic team could cook after this.
They could for sure. But with that said, actually, they're not doing so bad on the level department for AVULUS. Soneko is already level 5. I guess comes down to the fact, you know, based on just successful bottom lane and then the kill on the Slardar, right? Because it's pretty surprising actually. No wisdom, level 5, minute 8. It's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, not bad at all. And we'll see here. I mean, the Dusa had a rougher start and still is losing to the TA. That's true, but getting her own gold still there on Whisper. And that's really what matters is it gets to, you know, getting this Meteor Hammer and trying to pressure towers.
Yeah, another thing that is really annoying in this matchup for the Dusa here is that once he gets his Meteor, he's still gonna, like, every time he goes for the channel, he might be sitting on a trap, right? So that could be him.
Oh, that's true.
That's just so annoying. Like you're gonna see the full channel. That's like enough to get a TP rotation off once you see him, you know, channeling on a trap. But like I said, it doesn't feel good. Like if you're playing the Dusa off lane, like first pick, and then you have to go jungle. I mean, and then into Meteor Hammer. It does feel a bit odd, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you don't jungle too well. I mean, Dusa itself is a pretty good jungler, but that's whenever you're looking at points in your split shot, points in the Snake. You're still gonna kill these camps eventually, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. And as you said, I mean, this Meteor Hammer item means a lot for the hero.
Yeah. I mean, 3-3 would do this, but he would do it on a Sanking, right? And just...
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is just the solution for the Dusa, the TA. Didn't think about it before, but it makes a ton of sense now that I see it.
I mean, I think most people are going for the Gorgon's Harass. I'll give it to him. It is a slept-on spell. It is very good early on. I think most of the carry Deuces don't end up using it very much because am I really going to sit and cast a spell in these fights? I'd rather just have the stats. But yeah, it's nice, like 1-3-1.
Definitely agree. And AVULUS pulling ahead right now. 2k goal lead at minute 10. You know, super farm Darkseer and super farm TA. Even though Mobe didn't have the best lane, now he's gonna get the DD, and the supports are online. They got level 6 on both at minute 10, even though they lost the Wisdom Shrine.
Yep. That's honestly really impressive. It just shows how well the side lanes went for them. It looks like they're trying to get more done here. Big crush, but it might not matter. He's trying to turn on them. The clockwork coming in as well. The damage isn't too much. The silence will actually doom him on the Slardar. And they're trying to get something else out of it. Looks like the Ice Blast will connect. KJ picking that one up with Matthew. So the supports get it done, but not before they end up losing their mid laner.
That DD was so important there. No way they can go for that kill without a DD on the Slardar like that. So really well done from AVULUS once again. You know, they're using their spells. As soon as they get to 6, they're able to, not the Dark Ascension, but they get to use the Global to be able to finish the kill there. So really well done.
Huh? Beautiful stack. Beautiful, beautiful stack.
Yeah, that's gotta be pretty good, alright? No way Whisper can do that.
Oh no, we're having a rough time right now.
I guess it could
Maybe
Meteor
the
hammer it at some point, but do they know about this?
Oh, if I had a nickel for every time Radiant went up here and stole the stacks away, I'd have 2 nickels. And this would be even worse. This is an ancient stack. They're on top of the Slardar. Oh, God. He loses some int, and they're going to lose the big ol' ancients. Now, Clockwork will see some of it, but it's just the worst because he doesn't get to get any of it.
No AA.
Oh, they actually took a lot of damage. Is this a possible fight here? They get the AA blast onto Zibe, but it still feels like they are in control of this triangle. Desire even going towards the Dusa here. She does have a full wand and some mangoes. She shouldn't get this kill, but oh, they have the damage. They stun her before she can pop the wand.
Ah, shit. It's also scattered. I feel like they could have gotten the mobile kill if they just landed the ice blast. You know, they had the route into Meteor.
Yeah.
Should have been enough.
Really should have. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Instead, now they lose the stacks, they lose the Dusa, and all they really have to show for it is this Invis rune on the Clockwork, which feels very rough without a 6.
Yeah, doesn't it feel super odd? Like they got double wisdom for the rogue side, but then AVULUS are the ones contesting the ancients with 2, you know, ulti ready supports, and the clock is sitting at level 5.
Yeah. I mean, the Clockwork should already want to be there, right? I mean, that's the biggest part of these early stacks, is that you can get these levels on your supports.
Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show you how important the lanes still are in Dota. Oh, KJ didn't see the sentry. Ooh, that's rough.
No. And just the worst of both worlds, right? They don't get the sentry, they don't get the ward that's over here. Really well done on the warding from AVULUS.
For sure. It's gotta feel so bad for Analog and Yuma. You know, we spoke a lot about Whisper, but Analog had died twice before getting to Blink, and then Yuma gets his stack soul, and after having such a hard game 1 in the series.
Yeah. I'm going for the Atos now. Is there a world where this Dusa becomes a problem, or are we just waiting for the Sven to become a problem? Because I don't know. Whisper's having a rough time right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Oh, let's see what happens. Maybe they'll from the kill.
Oh, hook shot connects.
Really
They
nice.
even get the ice blast into the Gorgon's grasp. I think they were layering 2 circles on him. They get the kill. Now the wall comes down. Matthew could be the one to die first here, but Whisper, nice job on the Stone Gaze, keeping everybody away for now. That Medusa illusion is not very threatening.
Yeah, really well done. That was super decisive. As soon as they get to 6 on Matthew, they just throw their spells on Mobe, and what can he do really? There's so much damage with the clock and the AA combination.
Oh, beautiful.
Really nice.
Actually, a really clutch Rocket Flare.
Yeah.
May have gotten that wisdom.
For sure. I mean, back to the point about what you were saying about can Whisper really become a problem here? I would argue probably no, because if you think about the way that AVULUS lineup operates, it's like they have so much mobility, there's going to be a Night Stalker flying around.
Oh, Desire. Could he go down here? A little bit more damage, a little bit more slow from the AA. It is a big arcane curse, but I think Matthew might be the only victim. In fact, Analog, he wants some more. Oh no! Where is he? Is he stuck on? Was he stuck on the cogs?
What? Really? I guess so.
It seemed like he was like moving, but not moving.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh yeah, good job, good job. What does this replay show us? Because I swear to God, he was clicking move, but the hero was not going anywhere. Oh!
Yeah? What the hell is that? I've never seen that.
Oh my God!
It's gotta be some kind
What
of
is it?
coding with the pathing, like your hero just don't wanna move around the car. And you're pressing behind it.
Huh.
That's so strange. That's Dota for you.
That's Dota. That is so rough. Dude, I can't believe it actually worked like that. That is... I feel like there's been plenty of things that have already been not going Heroic's way, and to then have that... I mean, I might be a little tilted after that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe hit direct pathing by mistake or something, but...
That's what it looks like, yeah.
But I wouldn't...
Going direct move.
But I wouldn't be surprised, even if it... Like, if it was just one of those Dota mechanics at the same time.
I mean, it's not often you get a cogs that is, you know, punched right on top of a hero. That was definitely a weird one.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, big snag there on the shield rune. Once again, I see a TA that is quite thick, but this time, the enemy carry has also been churning up in the jungle. Now, TA versus Sven is sometimes a TA matchup, right? You've got refraction for all these big Sven hits, but at the end of the day, Sven also has his own big armor that you have to chew through on the TA. You think that this is a game that Yuma can really pop off on?
No, he can definitely do a lot in this game. He's got a lot of, you know, follow up on his jumps as well with damage and stuns. The problem for him is, like you said, he can't really burst a TA. Nice jump on moving.
Oh, there's going to be a big one. Now, they already have the silence out in the wall. It's Medusa. Does she even get to live through this one? Desire's just keeping her silence up. Her health disappears when the mana shield is through with. And that is an easy fight for AVULUS.
Damn, so much. Whisper is just straight up silence until he dies.
Yeah.
That's rough. And he's supposed to be the tanky guy that you can't really focus.
I mean, I don't think that Atos is really going to change that.
Yeah. I mean, you were asking earlier if Testusa is ever going to be a problem. And I was going to say that... Oh, I received one more. But, like, Testusa... If you have a lineup that has low mobility, you can't really get around him. Like... Then, yeah, sure. Like, Testusa can just walk in, you know, tank everything. But for AVULUS side, as we see, they just kill him here, right? But even so, even if Testusa was way more fast than Whisper...
Ooh, okay. Hey, hookshot into Ice Blast has worked really well. Matthew getting that last kill, and those are the sort of things we need to see more of. It is that still not a problem yet. You know, Dusa, cool, not a problem.
Yeah, signs of life though for Rogue. That's gonna be a tier 1. That's definitely huge. That's gonna open up to get some deep rewards out. You know, potentially keep using this hookshot AO's combo, which has been really promising so far. And the Desire in trouble as well. Probably not getting out of this one.
No!
There's a trap here.
Again, there's been just millimeters off of this crush 2 times in a row now. This time, he doesn't miss this crush. Yep, there we go. That's a good one. But now it is under the tier 1. It is under the enemy team. Looks like KJ will still get this kill. Analog somehow lives after Smiling Knight damn near took him down. They might not be done yet. Link's away just after the trap, but the trap still ticked him down.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Oh,
rough.
my God.
That's rough. You only get a Night Stalker and then you lose your Slaughter like that. I feel so bad.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just the miss on the crush.
They want to go again,
how do
though,
you hit it?
potentially. Thinking about going on Mobe here.
I mean, they have Hookshot, they have Ice Blast. That seems to be the combo right now.
Yuma finishing a BKB right now. That's a very fast one, so...
Wow, yeah.
That's
He wants to
also-
get involved quick.
They want to go right away, yeah. Not even waiting for Analogs to respawn here.
That's a little disrespectful, but if it works, I feel like Slardar is still a very important part of these fights.
Yeah. Owls are very scattered here, so if they get a jump on Mobe,
Oh, a nice jump once again.
good force staff.
It is the Ice Blast following, but yeah, the force staff was beautiful there. Mobe, I mean, purchasing it for himself. Now they're fighting under the wall, and the vision from Desire. This is a big turnaround if they can get it. Now the Gorgon's grasp, it connects onto Desire. They will trade 4 for 4. But it's still, the other 4 still willing to fight, it seems, right now on AVULUS. I don't think that Heroic are in the same position.
Yeah, I mean, that's a clutch force staff. I didn't even realize that Mobe bought it himself. I thought that was Desire for a second. But
Ah, right.
definitely clutch. He understands that he doesn't need the scaling so much. You know, for all we know, Soneka's been the one pumping, so might as well go for the utility route. Oh, that's clutch.
That's really nice. I mean, Dusa is technically unslowable, but oh, this is a beautiful kill. Yuma getting the connection here. Once again, Desire is in, but I mean, with the silence, Yuma, he's still taking so much damage because he didn't have that Warcry up at the moment, so he'll TP out, hoping that he doesn't die. The rest of the team still okay for now, despite being 6k down.
For sure. I mean, you can already tell they're heroic. They brought a different tempo to this game, and I think this is exactly what they need to, you know, have a chance in this match. There's a long way to go. 6k behind. I think the next Roshan is going to determine a lot in this game, because Analog he's still far from his PKB, and Whisper is like we don't see much. Yuma is really trying his hardest here to carry this one, but it's going to take a lot.
Oh God!
Wow. Didn't even get the crush off.
Lord.
That-
No, he was
that's-
just dead.
Speaking about Roshan now. It is alive on the top side. Let's see if AVULUS are going to consider it.
I mean, this could be the second time in a row. It seems like the map is opening up, but this time AVULUS are the ones to take Roche. This was actually Roshan for Heroic last time, kind of in a similar position, but without the slaughter, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. Is he going on a journey on the clockwork?
Yeah, looks like it, but he's gonna need the blast though to get some vision, right? They're actually, yeah, they want to go for the fight instead.
Oh, they wanted to. Ice Blast will connect on to. Now Whisper.
Not sure if the Medusa is the target here for AVULUS. It's a bit sketchy. The smoke broken as well, so.
I actually did force them out. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think they could do it, but really well done from Heroic. Even just like kind of threatening. Now they get the connection on the Silencer. That is a huge target. 3 kill spree even for the hero. They need to take this next fight.
Can they go for the Roche now on Heroic actually? There is a chance, I feel like. They got the Slardar, right?
Oh. Are you a 25-second Roche team with the Slardar?
It's still healthy though. Oh, they go for the God Strength. They're gonna need a wall in here fast.
Yeah, they need everything. They need wall, they need a trap. I mean, they don't even have a sentry down, right? Yeah, they just got the sentry in. A nice route. Oh my god, it connects on 3. They're running forward. They don't even want to continue to finish Roche. They're trying to get their hits on the spin, but
like 1 HP to Roche.
Mobe, he's going to be the first one to go down, and the Roche is still left on the other side. Somebody could dip in and take it. It's Smiling Knight to go in and take it. Somebody needs to stop this, man. It's a TA who gets the Roche for free. Walks out, finds himself an AA as well. Melon up on the high ground will miss. Can you still take this fight? The Medusa getting the chain lock onto the Night Stalker, but he's able to get himself away, and all of a sudden, Aegis walks away. Oh my, oh my. AVULUS, how did you do that?
Damn, Heroic. They just left the pit when it was in like, Roshan was like 8% HP or something. Smile Knight just comes in, melts, hits it twice and gets Aegis and gets out. I mean, shit, it's so close. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at,
I gotta commend them. I mean, you see a 3 Gorgon scraps. I get it. You want the fight, but at what cost?
They couldn't even get anyone with that jump. That's so sad. These double 4-staffs coming out. Oh, look at the Roshan.
I mean, there was just no sentries, and I don't know. I don't know how you expected to kind of do that correctly without seeing where the traps were.
Yeah, I mean, they can't even get Smiling Knight here afterwards. It's, and now AVULUS are on the hunt. Yeah.
Looks like a nice Avatos backwards, perfectly done for Mobe there. Even though he does catch himself on a few of the cogs, it should lead to some kills. Oh no, Matthew. He's actually fine for now until this.
Global as well.
But it's a jump through. Oh boy, Yuma, the 4-staff actually going forward on maybe. The hook shot. Oh no, it completely misses. Yuma's just like, I'm out. I've had it. Yeah, I don't want this fight any longer. They'll leave.
Oh, the blast almost hitting as well. This game is all about the small things, man. It's so close every single time in every single fight.
I mean, that's what, the second time now in a row that Mobe has walked away with very little HP after his 4-staff. Really proving to be a valuable purchase this time.
Yeah, he even had the Euls in this fight as well, which he didn't get to use. But, I mean, you can see that the idea that he has. He just wants to go in. He wants to be the spellcaster guy, throwing spells over and over and never dying, basically. Analog, maybe in trouble? Yeah, it's way too fast. This fish.
That is a pause 4, by the way.
Still having the Dark Ascension ready, so without the global, I don't feel like they need it that much. Oh, Bobby's still going.
Oh, just kill? Analog. Oh god, the hits.
Oh, so close.
Oh my god.
Zeus ult now.
Well done. Zeus ult. Get him. Well, you lived. That is a positive change. We haven't seen that in a few of these. But this TA, once again, I mean, Smiling Knight 2 times in a row feels like the BKB just isn't that necessary for him. And it allows you to just go for the super greedy build. It makes the TA just feel so oppressive on this map.
It's so nasty, honestly. Like, whenever the Warcry is down, then you're just gonna die. Right? I think if you're heroic, you need to get some Ghost Scepters, at least on the supports, right? And Analog, he's had such a rough game. You know, we praised him so much in the beginning. He had such a great start, but now yeah.
Oh Lord, yeah, silence. You've got the crippling fear. There's just no way you're able to cast spells in this one, which means no stone gaze. certainly no more mana. They do end up turning around Suneko and Zibe. Those are 2 big kills. Yuma trying to get the Smiling Knight. He gets it. That is 1 kill. Mobe with the Yules. I mean, he's trying to delay, but how much can they get out of this one? Smiling Knight still trying to turn around and fight. He could. 1v4 minutes. There it is, dude. This man, he's back. Heroic, they're back. They get themselves a kill on the TA. Huge for Yuma. He might not be able to chase down Desire, but already feels so worth it right now for this team. And there it is, the ultra kill from Sven, bringing them back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, they went for the Dusa, right? We were discussing, is he gonna be useful? And if that happens, you know, they commit on him. Eventually he ends up dying, right? But it takes them way too long, and it just means that Yuma is getting the perfect jump. He gets the fight that he wants, and then the damage amp on top from the AA and the Sven, and then, yeah, we're gonna see it here. They go for the Dusa, but it takes so long for them. And then look at the Yuma jumper. Immediately kills Sonego and Sibe, and then Yuma is strong. If he gets to play the fights like this, freely, they're using all the spells on the Dusa, who still gets, you know, basically everything off, then fights are gonna look like this.
It was a 2-hit.
Yeah.
He 2-hit that TA.
He did. I mean, Sven is not a joke. He's sitting at like what, 700 damage now with a crit, 500-600 at least.
I love that he's like force tap me up. He's directional moves right up the cliff, like send me in. What a beautiful fight. I mean, this definitely puts them back on the map. It's where we start to see like why Sven could be very good versus TA once that you know, refraction is down. Now they're the ones that are getting themselves this tormentor. Now they're the ones that feel in control of this map. You know, but Medusa may not be, you know, a threat, but she's definitely a problem. She's a bit tanky now. Desire, I mean, he's feeling the threat as well. Big kill. Matthew once more getting it. He's pretty farmed. 3 kills for him. It's very well done right now to stick in the game, stay confident, and this team next up is Roche. It's gonna possibly be up in 2 minutes, and this heroic team, if they can get Roche, they're definitely good at pressuring objectives.
For sure, and I think we're getting to the point where Whisper, he's bringing a lot. We're gonna see Mobe here.
Oh,
he's completely alone though. He's gotta be so careful.
I would. Right?
Yeah, there's sentries.
Hey, there was a Roche fight not too long ago. It's not free to be here, but he does blink. Force up. Yeah, he's out.
That is close. But yeah, we're getting to the point now where Whisper, he's got the Goliath already. He's also got a Ghost Scepter, so I think you can't really go on him anymore, right? And that changes the entire status quo if you're heroic, right? If you have this guy in front giving you vision, you know, being this bully basically in this just oppressive way, clearing areas for you, then you're gonna set up jumps for Analog. That finish up his PKB now, and that's gonna help you set up good shots for Matthew and obviously good jumps for Yuma as well. So you see here, AVULUS are so cautious. I would be very hesitant to go for this if I'm AVULUS, especially in Whisper.
I mean, the Ghost Scepter is what feels like it changes this completely.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're not able to all in, because the TA is a large amount of your damage. I know that Mobe does a lot, but with the Ghost Scepter now, it feels like it is pretty impossible to kill this hero.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna work hard the Dusa as well, right? So they need better jumps. They ideally get the AA if you're AVULUS.
It seems like the big fish, right? Get the AA. Maybe, I mean, Clockwork isn't that bad, but definitely feels like AA makes sure that you are always able to play these fights.
Yeah. Mobe might be in trouble here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he breaks the smoke, but he doesn't know it just yet. He didn't know what he had done. Breaks all the smokes, blinks away for free. Well done there on Mobe.
Really pushing the limits here. I mean, not acting scared at all. But yeah, we're gonna see.
Everything's fine, just like we drew it up.
Daedalus Yuma now as well. And we're gonna see Roshan. We're gonna see the timer now. It's gonna be a 3-minute spawn. So.
Is it? Or is that just the weird UI thing?
Oh.
Whoa! Hook shot.
Right.
They had the counter silence in,
Oh, nice
and that's
Ghost
one Ghost Scepter.
Oh, he's sideways.
Does keep him alive for now. He's out of there.
Damn, he tried for the side blade on the Disruptor, but it wasn't gonna be enough.
Yeah. Now they have to wait for the Clockwork to come back, but Whisper is just kind of holding the high ground anyways, making sure that nobody can come forward.
Yeah, and Mobe is all the way down at the bottom lane, so I think probably.
Nah, it is.
Not
Next, but
no
Roshan is up right now, so if they really want to, they can head on top and claim their prize. But oh, wait, it's Desire that might actually scout it out.
Yeah, he's gonna get some.
Oh wait, they don't need to scout it out. TA literally knows exactly when it's up at all times.
True, true. Desire's gonna get some juicy orbs out here, and this is gonna die fast.
No
this is a dataless TA.
No shot that they get this Roche. Where are you going? Oh, because everybody was sitting on the outside of the pit. Oh, okay. All right, now Clockwork randomly tosses one. Oh yeah, they just took Roche, so it yells for them. There it is. He sees it, but he doesn't see the Tiny just yet. Okay, there it was on a watcher. Matthew gets forward. Hookshot connects, but he already had the Aegis. So now Matthew's starting to fight. I don't know if his team really wants to fight. Soneko gets bounced off of the cogs, and he's gone. He doesn't have buyback, so, I mean, there's nothing else he can do here. Analog jumping forward, finding the Tiny at very low HP. He don't care. He'll set it up for Yuma, who knocks it down. They get themselves 2 kills, although they do trade away the Aegis.
Yeah, way too clunky fight there for AVULUS. I mean, they're getting Soneko right away, and Mobe, he went for the jump on Analog, but he was completely alone there. It was never going to work, so. In the end, it's an Aegis for 2 kills, and Heroic is in the driver's seat, at least for a little bit, until Mobe and Soneko are back up.
Yeah, it's a weird one. We've seen this a good few times before. Team that's down manages to get the Aegis, but it feels like it maybe evens it out a little bit, right? Whenever you're playing versus a Sven who loves to burst you in just a few hits, that Aegis can mean the difference between, you know, extending the fight and winning.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and you can tell us all, right? You can see it. This is a way different Heroic when they're playing this explosive lineup. They're so good at using these small margins all the time, getting the small jumps and finding the angles. So
yeah, I think you and I had seen it versus with Waska. Waska was a team, I think, like the best team at just like sending bodies and knowing just where the line is on where you're allowed to go. I do want to see a little bit more of that from Heroic, and that's what they're trying to do here, you know? Hook shot into a Roshan, who cares? Let's see what happens. And so far it's working out. Yeah,
and they got vision on Malomat here. I wonder if they want to go for the Aegis here, though.
It's a hard double kill. It's on a tier 2, so you don't have just a long TP from the outpost. It's a hard one to get close to.
Yeah, but you can tell Heroic, they're really looking to fight still. They know that they don't have to extend this game too much longer. They're hitting kind of timing now. I mean, Analog, he still wants to finish his Ags, of course, which he's about to, just basically after this wave here.
Yeah,
that's
it's huge survivability for him. It might actually be the high ground answer for his team to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be super helpful against his TA, especially.
They go all the way bottom. Kind of playing around where their wards are, right? Like, they saw the TA, didn't really want it. They still have another ward that's down here, kind of behind the tier 2. They feel like this is a safer push.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the fight instead, though, seems like, but AVULUS has other plans.
Fine, Analog, that's not a bad pick.
It is not. They need a Tiny first. There we go.
Whoop! There it is. Oh my god! That is one dead man. He used the BKB. I didn't even notice.
How did we get it off him? He must have got it on the landing.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, BKB does not do much for Meld. That still hits, and it still hurts. So they get themselves a nice kill. I mean, 2 for 1. I don't even know if AVULUS know that the BKB is down, but regardless, they get themselves a shrine, get themselves a kill, and all of a sudden, this Aegis feels like it's back to pressuring the map for AVULUS.
For sure. That's a double wisdom, minute 35. Definitely more impactful than the minute 7 one.
Oh, yeah. Man, I just watched it on the stream, and I still didn't see it go off. I know that it pressed it. I know that the observer is right, but I really never seen him go into the avatar form.
Here we go. Moby wants to push the advantage here. No, they have another 15 seconds to go here, but not gonna find anything. That's Octarine core finish as well from Mobe, which is definitely a really strong item for the 0 on the Tiny.
It's a lot more force staffs.
A lot more force staff, a lot more Yule, a lot more everything.
It feels like it's so much control on this Tiny. We've seen other builds where obviously like the Conda was one that people loved in the past. You know, Eggs and a crit stick sometimes have been it, or Echo Saber afterwards. Like there's been many variations, but this one feels like a much older build where Tiny really mattered how you're positioning. If you were just living in fights, it was okay because you just have a toss. I know the Force Staff looked really good this game. Do you still like the Yules and then Octarine?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I feel like it doesn't need to add that much scaling. They have strong beliefs that the TA can do it all, right? At the same time, there's not like an insane amounts of scale on the Dire side, like, which is funny when we have a Deuce as Sven lineup, right? But
you just wait until it's 90 minutes and the Deuce has fully transitioned into a right clicker.
Okay,
Oh god, oh no! They just instantly murder Mobay. I mean, the Deuce was right-clicking. I still wouldn't call it a right clicker, but this is a real find. That's Smiling Knight. The Aegis just got ticked down. He has to try to turn and fight, but the damage is way too much. Yuma with the double kill gifted to him. And they just run this maybe right down this top side.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they don't have a creep wave, though. That's the problem. They're going to have to go for the mid lane. That's way faster. But
Dire's top tower is under attack.
that's a huge swing of momentum for Heroic. I mean, what more could you ask for, right? Really.
That's about the best that it gets. You get the mid laner and the carry. The only thing you could ask for is just team wiping everybody. These are by far the best 2 picks you can get on the map right now.
For sure. I mean, a bit of a slip of concentration maybe for AVULUS side, but at the same time, you have to give credit to Heroic. Once they get their hands on these, you know, explosive heroes, they're always going to find these opportunities, and yeah, just credit to them.
Really well done. And now you're starting to talk on AVULUS. Like, we lost a few fights. Yeah, sure, that one was kind of scattered. We lost the mid laner. What do we have to do? And what do you think they're formulating? Like, how on earth do you take this next fight? Are you just waiting to defend high ground? Are you trying to take it to them? What's your goal?
I mean, I think fighting is not, like, that's definitely something you want.
Can you fight? Can Sibbe turn around and fight?
Not
That wall, did that not connect? Now Analog is going downstream. That is a big old fish. Stun connecting, but oh, there is the BKB. He still needs to get away from the Sardar though, and the Clockwork. There's not enough movement speed in the world to get you away from this Clockwork and Sardar. And even off the cogs, Yuma will get the last hits. Going right in. Oh my god. Yeah, Rainbow TP right on top. This rest of the team just showed back up. But thankfully, he's all they needed to get himself another kill. He's level 25. He's got 50% God Strength damage. My lord, that guy hits.
God damn, and they see Mobay as well. Look at them. Look at them just keep going.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's got to try to get away from this one.
I think he's made it. Yeah.
No mana on Matthew.
Yeah. I think you need to bring some more structure for AVULUS, right? You asked, what do they need to do? I think fighting is still not off the table. That's what you want to do. You want to abuse this Night Stalker.
Yeah.
But you need to take fights smarter, right? You need to find proper angles, abuse this Dark Ascension. I haven't really seen them, you know, use it to the full extent, right? Go in with it, find the AA first, find the clock first, you know, kite around, make sure that your Tiny looks great, you know, you go in and out of these fights. And so far, it's been too hectic to unstructured, I guess. Like, Soneko has always been the one taking the fall whenever the fights go down like this. He can't protect himself, right? And then it just ends up looking weird. Just a bit too much all over the place, and in this case it ends up in the favor of Heroic.
Now, Smiling Knight is about to get level 25. Surely this is a refraction instances, right? You're playing against Sven, more refraction.
Yeah.
Could equal a win, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's gonna matter a lot. They really only have the AA to like go through them fast, right?
Yeah.
So.
All right, easiest decision in the world. Cool. Well, and yeah, going for the Swiftblink next. Seems like maybe a butterfly, actually.
Yep, butterfly sent out right now. That's gonna help. That's gonna help as well for sure. The refraction charge.
This seems like an insane power spike, actually, right? You have the evasion plus the refraction. Winnable?
Yeah, no, for sure. This is still anyone's game, but it's gonna come down to execution. Whoever can get these proper jumps, right? Yuma is.
Oh, that's what you meant by it. Not by like execution, like who can get executed.
All right, yeah, exactly.
Executing the AA.
Yeah.
That's my kind of execution right there.
All right. Chopping down these tier 2s for Heroic makes the map so much scarier to play.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're starting to feel, you know, Mobay, he's so much control for his team. He's trying to set up for this Night Stalker, trying to set up for this TA and Darkseer. It's not enough to set them up right now. I think he's going to have to start being a real producer of damage as we get more and more into this game.
Yeah, I mean, Soneko, we saw him. He had so much impact earlier on, but you can't ask that in the Silencer walking into the late game here.
Right? Yeah. I mean, Ag's refresher, I don't think even that is going to do too much on the Silencer. Jump through, finding the Silencer. Yeah, I mean, is the Dusa able to stand strong on this one? It seems like there's actually a lot of damage this time through. It's with the Nullifier. They get the kill, but on the backside, here comes Yuma getting a kill. Ice Blast will miss a few, but they have to kite out this Sven. The BKB out means that you won't get dragged to the Harpoon. Another miss stun. AVULUS with a Silencer back. Maybe they want to take this fight. Do they want the smoke?
Oh no, Soneko again. That's the wrong neighborhood. You just walked into that.
Oh god, yeah, that's a rough part of the neighborhood right there. And Yuma, oh no, another one. Can he find somebody else here? Blink in 3 seconds. But they've already killed 2. That was dieback on Soneko. At least they forced the buyback on the Dusa, but still a hard fight there for AVULUS. It seems Heroic may have just taken the reins in this one.
For sure. Desire might be in trouble here as well. He's gonna have to get the blink out. Oh, they're going for the kill.
Oh.
I'm not sure about this. Heroic are coming.
They're trying. I mean,
that's so much
forward.
damage.
Analog trying to get away. Stun gives him the vision he needs. The comms will even protect him for a second, but a nice kill for the TA there. They even buy back in Desire, actually. They want to get back into this one. Avalanche on the Dusa. This could be a dieback. Bring her back into the Nullifier. But I don't think the melt had hit before. Now the refraction is going to be the only thing keeping this TA alive. Trying to get back with Yuma. Come on back! Getting themselves right on top.
Again.
Another refraction. That could be what saves the TA, blinking out of this one. And they'll have to give up the Darkseer, yes, but at least the TA lives.
Yeah, still a dieback on the Darkseer, but you can see the power of the butterfly and the refraction charges there in this fight. So they had him through a Sven stun and a cold feet, and it still wasn't enough. So
yeah, that's a lot of time sitting down next to a Sven. It's quite scary. Somehow they want to make it out, but still they'll go for the Roshan now. Very good for the Darkseer, I guess, giving him time to come back in this one, but still, AVULUS, they have a big problem ahead of them they got to solve.
Yeah, I'm gonna face Aegis on Analog. I would have to assume so, right? No way you can. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's on Whisper. I don't think it's on Yuma either. You know, Sven as a transformation hero actually feels a little lackluster when it comes to the Aegis. I actually love giving him the refresher shard instead.
Yeah, agreed. And it's also like, what would you drop for it, right? It's Let's see. Matthew potentially. Oh, they're gonna go for KJ instead. But
KJ is in trouble. Oh, never mind. KJ is absolutely not in trouble. Oh, get out! They're hunting. They're silenced too. Smiling Knight. Does he actually get away from the team?
Oh
no. Okay, big blink. I think he had to TP out while he had the chance, and now, yeah, mashed up, stunned as well with the force through. I mean, the Ice Blast will connect. I don't think you get anything in return from this one. Medusa has to just watch her die. Because she's actually, yeah, she's got to blink on through for her. But, oh boy, that is a rough one for AVULUS. Just trying to split the map and end up losing another 2, or I guess 1 hero.
Yeah, and now Heroic, they're gonna go for they're gonna hit your base here, no doubt about it. And this is not a buyback you really want to be spending on the TA, so we're gonna see how much they can get done here. If they can get the buyback on the TA out, that's if you get the buyback out on the TA, then AVULUS suddenly they have to get something done, and we'll see. It hasn't been easy for them, right?
Oh lord, yeah. I mean, that is a start. A buyback on the TA wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think her items are pretty good right now. I don't think she needs this Swift Link in order to play the game. So even if she does have to buy back and maybe give away that Swift Link for now, it's still a winnable fight for AVULUS.
Yeah, they're gonna actually decide to move back here. I'm not sure I agree with this. It feels a bit too timid, doesn't it?
A little too structured now.
Yeah,
flailing back and forth.
There is a tier 2 bottom, but I feel like you would want more, considering that's a 100-second downtime on the TA. Well, they're gonna settle for the tier 2, and that's that. Still got, you know, almost 3 minutes left on the Aegis on Analog. He's controlling the map a fair bit.
Oh, Obey really wants this. Send him back. Analog, but
Good shot. Yep.
oh no, the hook shot connects. Matthew just finding everyone on this map. There is buyback available. Wasn't able to keep himself away for long enough.
Surely you poke now, right? I mean, this is just a tiny though, so we'll see. There's no top back potential here, and there's actually not much initiation coming out for the side of AVULUS without a tiny. Oh my god. That's like
That's actually a lot of damage.
60-70% of his mana right there.
Yeah, a good bit. It's hard to stand up, but okay, here comes the cavalry. Can he save the TA? The nullifier keeping her locked in here. The hookshot connecting too, but the silence, it wasn't in time. They just killed the TA. Now she does have buyback. Mobe trying to get something done here. They'll toss back this clockwork. They got one kill. How much more can you get? This is only a mid-Rex. You do not have to send the boys for this one. You can just back them off and be happy right now if you're AVULUS.
Yeah, I mean, well done by Heroic. They're gonna get the Smile Knight kill and then only losing their clockwork for it, also getting the ring tracks. They're still in control of the game. They're basically, they got AVULUS into a spot now where they're just stuck in the base, right? And then now we can afford to chill, right? There's no split pushing going on. There's no wave cutting, so you have all the time in the world. Even though the TA is dead, you can simply afford to wait for the God Strength and then you go again.
Dire are scanning.
It could go now. I mean, there's still a refresher shard on Yuma. I mean, boy, if they really want to go, they can go anytime they want. But he's got that God Strength back up. Oh no, he actually already used it. Oh, never mind. Not all the time in the world. Here it is. Blink forward. Snako, yeah. He does get away thanks to the Ogre Seal and that Force Staff. Really well done there, actually, from Mobe, keeping his boy alive.
Yep, this Force Staff proven to be super useful, of course, in the game, time and time again. So, nice job. I do have to say, I want to see Soneko be a little bit more cautious in these engagements, right? You want to see him alive, casting spells, you know, coming in later in the fights and maybe at that point getting a few hits off. There's been a lot of fights in this game where he's just taken out right away, and it's so effortless for Heroic as well, right?
Yeah. Hey, he went for a very, I'll get yourself in there kind of build. He went for the Hurricane Pike, so he is gearing to just keep on right-clicking. Sometimes people have tried to go, you know, Aghanim Scepter, think that there's a lot of spellcasters or Refresher just to keep that timing up. I've also seen this one before. I don't think this is you know, unusual build, but it does kind of put himself in dangerous ways sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the difference, it's kind of like the Enchantress build, right? But the difference with Ench is like, you can't really get focused by, yeah, hard to kill. Sums it up.
There's a lot that goes into it, but hard to kill. It's basically there. If we put some sprites, some healing sprites on that silencer, though, I think he can do it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh boy, Blink in, immediately finding Zibbe, but the silence coming out.
Wall.
A nice back wall on 3 on 4. Maybe this is the fight that they need on AVULUS to turn this one around. They get the kill on Snako, but Yuma, they're stuck in here for a second. Finally, they'll get the kill on this Night Stalker as well. So far, they have yet to get anything in return on AVULUS. They're just bleeding hero after hero, despite a beautiful start to this fight.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that that wall would do way more, but I guess they just don't care. They have so many roots, AoE stuns coming out from the Sven and the Slardar, slows from the EA. It's like, feels like the wall is not that threatening even, right? The Sven illusion is not that strong. This typically a Dusa would be amazing, right? But this is a Gleipnir Dusa, so like, who cares?
It's not quite the same. I mean, we've even seen Deuces who have gone like on carry, go the Ags build versus a Darkseer because they just don't want to give up any stats. This could be another set of racks. Toss back, finding Yuma here. He took a lot of damage all at once. They actually get the kill.
Smile Knight is pumping here.
I didn't think it was possible. You didn't do it with the 4-back wall, but somehow you did it on your high ground. Now Analog in danger. Smiling Knight trying to get the hits with the the root. Do they have enough damage? No. Almost had Analog on the trap. But instead, he will get out of this one. And, I mean, hey, Sven for Night Stalker, we take those every day. What can you get out of this kill?
How many times have we seen heroes surviving with like less than 3% HP this game, man?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, Small Knight, he knows how to pump, and now he's got a rapier as well, so...
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good. I mean, that is a rapier on Smiling Knight. Man is pumping the damage. He's got to stay alive, and in the first part of that is going to be Roshan now. Sen is only going to be gone for 50 seconds. Roche could be up in 35, even if it is an instant spawn. I don't know if they have enough time to take Roche before he's there.
Yeah, and Yuma definitely doesn't want to buy back here, so play it safe if you're heroic now. You know that the Roche is not about to be up, so they really feel like they need to make something, get something done with these 30 seconds, but I'm not sure
what
what
to stagger the deaths.
Yeah, I mean they can get a tier 2 maybe, but like it's getting close now, right? 20 seconds on Yuma, so doesn't look like they're gonna be able to do much.
Now clearly, this is the TA game, right? Like the rest of your team, look, they press buttons, sure, but this is up to getting your TA to win this game for you. What does AVULUS do to make sure that it's always possible for Smiling Knight to get the hits he wants?
I mean, I think you have to do kind of similar what you did in the earlier fights, right? Where you got the 4-man back wall. You just go in, try to make a lot of chaos. Desire has to stay alive, Soneko has to stay alive. That's the key. I think Mobe and Sibit, they're going to be able to protect themselves fairly well. You don't need to commit super hard if you're the supports on AVULUS. And I think them staying alive can mean the difference. I understand that the silencer might not seem like a lot, but in the end, like, you want to make sure that this Sven, when he doesn't have his Satanic, when he doesn't have his BKB, he's a different animal to tame. So.
Right? Kite a bull. I mean, dude, that Arcane Curse, it starts to stack up.
It does,
and that's canceling the blinks. That's keeping yourself alive.
So definitely keep your cool if you're the supports on AVULUS. Let the cores play and let Small Knight, you know, send Moby and send Sigby in, and then just try to create a scenario where, you know, if the TA can hit for just a couple of seconds, that's gonna be enough.
Just a little bit. Has the butterfly, has the rapier. I mean, we don't even have an MKB on the Sven. TA, live a bull. I've seen her live these, but it's up to her team to start a good fight.
Yeah, and ideally it's not an Induce as well, right? Just
yeah. I mean, they have the nullifier. They are killing her now, but it still takes so much time.
They can, but the problem is that then you're not addressing the Sven or the Slaughter, which I think is yeah. That means more in the end, even if you kill the Dusa.
Soneko,
baiting?
Brother. Yeah, I mean, is it really baited if they just eat you? I don't know. Like, Sun blinks in there and swallows that guy.
Okay, Roshan in 1 minute here.
Still the refresher shard actually on Yuma. I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it's just backpacking it through these fights, but could come handy in, you know, in case we get a real long fight. Could potentially slot it out and get double everything, and that's, yeah.
I mean, they are. Roshan is, of course, the next objective. Now, we're 6 minutes away. Hanskin, call it now. Are we seeing some tier 5 this game?
It's gonna come down to bravery. Are they gonna be brave enough to start a fight here?
I mean, I guess so. If you're brave enough to take some good fights, extend the game. Oh, Desire! Stop being brave. Please get out.
We want to see items. Come on, man.
Yeah, don't do it.
Soneko is brave. Look at it.
Dude, Desire is stepping up. He's like, kill me. Dude, he's actually walking the whole way around. Please don't go up there. Please, Desire. Okay, good. Using the creeps as kind of like a block so you can't get hooked.
Alright.
Getting a lot of vision, actually. They see the Dusa, toss her back. Silence out as well with the nullifier. Sure, you might get this one, but what does it cost? No, a huge heal back up, actually, from the Medusa. Now she's able to turn this one back around. Silencer, unfortunately, showed himself. He could go down here. Now Desire is going to get taken out as well. That's not the trade that you wanted. Soneko's still alive. Say goodbye to that one. He's out of here. Rooted up on Mobe. He's got to try to find his way out of this one. I don't think he can. Toss backwards, but now he's in the Gorgon's grasp. He should get cold-footed, locked up, and another kill for the Sven. He'll take this one into the Roche pit, or who cares? Let's take it down mid.
Yeah, no buyback from Mobe, actually, sitting 150 gold away, so that could be trouble.
No, 150? There's no runes on the map.
They want the Roche. I mean, they still gonna have time though. Even if they go for the Roche, they have almost a minute, right? Yeah, they go for the deuce again, but they can't really get her.
Was that a large Lotus? Because like those Lotuses at this point in the game, you're getting a full heal on Deuce if you have one of those.
Yeah, that was a big Lotus. I mean, I can respect the attempt, but it's like to see if they don't get him right away, like it has to be so clean for that to work out on the Deuce.
How much time you just dedicated to that one? You have all vision, and you go after the Deuce. You know, I feel like if you do have that vision, you do have that selection, it may behoove you to try to get somebody else.
Yeah, right. I mean, Whisper is playing it right. Of course, he's sitting always in a vector between him and the team. But it's like feels like they are not on the same page exactly when it comes to AVULUS. It looks like Soneko constantly wants to go. Maybe his team is getting stressed. They're going for the deuce over and over, and it hasn't really worked out in a good way, you know, ever since that mid-fight, you know, 35 minutes ago or whatever.
Time flies when you're having fun. They're gonna go right up the high ground. It feels fun right now for Heroic. They've got the Aegis. They got a 25,000 net worth lead, and there's still a Tiny sitting dead. And he's bouncing, and there comes Yuma trying to get a first kill on Desire. He gets the Echo Saber or the Ghost Scepter off, but it doesn't matter. He just dies anyways. Got the buyback in for this one. Still the buyback available on the Tiny, but not popping it just yet. Yuma, this is a Sven. Killing him once is very much worth it to get rid of that God Strength, but he is forced away. He is fine for now with the Tiny alive. I think they're waiting.
Yeah, they're gonna wait. So I guess we're gonna see the 60-minute items after all. I mean, Yuma's about to be level 30 as well. That's hype.
There's a lot of good levels coming out here. I mean, still yet to find 25 on both our Radiant supports and our offlaner for AVULUS. I mean, he desperately needs that. Getting an extra AoE on your Surge, I mean, getting everybody out of there could be the disengage you need. I doubt that Ion Shell charges are truly going to change this game, but I could be convinced, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta get the Surge. I mean, the game it's so tricky now for AVULUS, and I mean, even if we get to minute 60, right? How do you get out to farm these items? I mean, there's gonna have to be some neutral hunting from Mobe or something.
Yeah, somebody's got to get a Helm Dom. Somebody else has got to get bots to start sending some troops out on the map to TP to. It's hard because like we just saw last game. Like I don't blame AVULUS at all. They literally were the ones to hunt through the river and kill Yuma on these side lane rivers. So they don't want to go out to themselves. Yuma jumping in. Oh, this could just be it. If you find the TA here, it could be over. Force that forward with the nullifier, keeping her in, and she dies. She has the buyback. She'll try to get back in for this one. It was a big extend, but look at that. The Rapier now on Yuma. He had to give up a Satanic. That's a good amount of HP that's gone from him, but boy, the damage is big from this Sven. Superman in. He kills Zive on collateral. They'll take the first kill for him, sure. It's by the base. Can Moby get close enough to toss him into the fountain here? Refresher already used from him. Whisper's gonna be the one to step forward, making sure that the Gorgon's Grasp is there. Now they're gonna focus on the racks, but here comes Desire. And here it is again. Superman flies through, kills Zebe for the second time.
Yuma's way too strong right now. They're gonna keep going for these tossbacks, but it's
oh no. Not the Dusa. Please, anybody but the Dusa. Now in the Gorgon, he flies on in on Yuma, getting himself the kill. And I mean, with the silence, maybe they have some damage, but they didn't get the toss back. They're trying to save Sen. He doesn't have an Aegis. This is a huge kill if they can find it, but they need some more blink. They need some more jumps. Desire the first one to go through, and he immediately pops the Ghost Scepter. He didn't want to stay. Analog isn't bound by such fear, but he will jump out, knowing that he's kept his team alive with that 54,000 net worth lead. Thankfully for AVULUS, though, they still haven't taken that Rax, and they still haven't even gotten Megas.
Yeah, but even so, you lost. I mean, you used your buyback on all 3 cores, right? And you lost a Rapier on top of that, and you're gonna have to find. First of all, you're gonna have to get these neutral items, and then you're gonna have to get another 3k gold for Smile Knight to get another Rapier to really have a shot here. And you know, now it's 50k gold lead for Heroic. I think the equation is starting to add up for AVULUS. I mean, you're gonna need way more tossbacks if you're them.
Yeah, I mean, is it toss? Yeah, 2 toss charges from Mobe. Maybe it's just, you know, toss, Ava, toss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, 60-minute items. What are we getting here?
Ugh. Is it a damage issue for the TA? Is it Stygian the Hope? There's something else? I could see a status of this one being pretty good. I know that one also has some good stuff to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Unrelenting Eye. I think Minotaur Horn could be okay compared to everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like Stygian.
It should be
or
Stygian,
Unrelenting
right?
Eye.
Yeah.
And looks like she's still 2 away. They did a really good job here, kind of warding up, making sure that they were able to safely farm these. So she gets her item. Oh no, I mean, she got Falling Sky, Spider Legs, Book of the Dead. She did get base attack and status resist. I mean, that's good. But, oh boy, Spider Legs?
I guess so. Ogre Seal? No.
No, Spider Legs, okay.
All right.
Oh, and she took the slow resist, but it's minus the attack time and the intelligence. TAs, they don't have to be smart. They only have to be fast. Silencer has to be smart and fast. I don't know if he's gonna get out. Looks like he's ice blasted, turns around like an absolute madman for more to hit these creeps.
So Neko has no chill, dude. Always look at the fight. He's like, I'm smarter than you and I'm stronger.
I didn't hear no bell.
It's so hard to play Silencer now when you have this, you know, Ag's clockwork doing rockets at you.
You just see everything. And now Whisper has the mobile. Oh, there it is. It's one, but the Hex connected, so he wasn't able to get the second toss back. I don't know if he even wanted the second toss back, but here comes Desire. Get him in the face! Dude, he got the whole way into the fountain!
Can't stop him, though.
Stop Yuma here! They broke the Lincolns, but that was all they could do! Now they have to go! Run away! They're running Mobe! You forgot to press the toss button! They're still trying to chase. Sven, he wants to run the whole way back home, but he keeps it back to base out of fear. I mean, I would have too.
Middle barracks are under
Now Silence comes back, and Hanskin, I don't know who's favored in this fight anymore.
That's so heads up by Yuma. I can't believe it. Like, he just... That's the full Superman into I'm out of there.
He just went full length and on the side right into the face. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Looks like they're trying for the double toss again. This time there wasn't a Hex out, but there was a Snake Stun. Whisper is very low, but you know, he will just pop up a few Lotuses, get back healthy again. But still, this is a siege from Heroic that is very hard for AVULUS to hold on to.
Yeah, it's just Meteor Hammer Medusa doing it slowly, and we can see they can't really afford to commit on Whisper. He's got another big Lotus here, so they just keep on coming. And he's got the Fallen Sky plus Meteor Hammer, so
He's literally like, he's able to double hammer.
This is like some X mark shit, you know? Look at this. He's gonna wait for the cooldown, 10 seconds here. And then...
Just double it up. Yeah, I mean, you can't, at this point, you're not able to channel a Meteor Hammer. Like, you would think that you're finally done with it. But they're doing, oh, dude, this is a huge smoke. Wrapping around.
Oh, they want to go for the kills.
They want to get a kill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yuma. Yeah, you can stun that guy. You can stun him right in front of the
fountain. They don't see anything.
It's going to be okay.
They see nothing.
They just need to see the fountain.
Oh, no, they're rockets.
Okay, now they see what they do. Oh, God. I don't think you're getting out of this one. They find the TA here. Have to break through the refraction charge. He's going to get out. No! Smiling Knight is dead. There's no more TA. How do you have the damage after this one? Yuma with another double kill. Turning his attention to the racks, and there it is, the tip. Yuma, absolute baller in this game too.
My boy finding the angle, that was a... I mean, if it's not Superman, then who is?
Only Superman would do the things that Yuma has done in this game.
Alright, that's Megas for you, but I don't think it ends there. You got, you know, a minute and a half. I mean,
that's true. I mean,
how do you stop them without smiling? I can't see right here.
They've got to get something now. Yuma looks like he is just popping the God Strength. He does want to end this one. Oh, and now they found Desire. Nullify him, sending into the base, and he just works right through this silencer. Now into the fountain, trying to run through. They'll call GG. It's like Batman versus Superman if the writers actually cared, and Superman does win. giving Heroic the 1-1, keeping themselves pretty happy to start off this group stage 1.